New at 10, a Valley couple was murdered on the Las Vegas Strip, and the entire was live streamed on YouTube. It happened last Sunday night near the Bellagio fountains. 12 News journalist Gabriela Becerra is joining us in studio after speaking with their children.
Let me ask you a question. Who was wrong in that situation?
Bubbly. She said it. She apologized. Everybody admitted that. She shouldn't have went up to him.
All right, y'all, welcome back, man. It's part two. The plot thickens. You're not going to believe what kicked this off. Let's go.
You need to file a report. This way, if you get a restraining order against him or something, if you do something to him, now there's a paper trail. Finny was never
about... You know why Finny didn't want to get a restraining order?
Finny was never about calling the police.
Hold on. I heard him say that. Huh? But you really want to know why Finny didn't want to get a restraining? I want to see if you going to keep it real.
I'm going to keep it real with you. Go ahead.
Finny didn't want to get a restraining order. I'm going to tell you why. Because in those restraining orders, it also restricts people from social media contacts as well. Now, I'm going to be real.
No, that's something I didn't know.
Finny kept going hard at Manny and didn't let off. I'm going to tell you why. Because that's the only way he got viewed. So if he go file a restraining order on Manny, he shoots himself in the foot, and now he can't run his content no more.
Right. I don't disagree with that. So this is what people are telling him. This is what actually I'm telling him. I didn't know what you were saying. I didn't know that, period. So maybe he knew that. Maybe he figured that out. Whatever.
Everybody know that.
Okay, hold on. No. I didn't know that. Hold on, no, Wax. He did file a report. Now, I don't know if he was going to try to get a restraining order later or what, but he filed a report. They had a court date. There was a court date before this happened, like 2 weeks, from 2 weeks.
Okay, so what did he do? What content did he do? After that incident, if 2 weeks prior, he pushed him in the back and that's it. Finny must have done or said something between that 2 weeks leading up to this unaliving date to push this dude over the edge.
He's been pushing him for 2 years. Understand this.
No, let's not factor that in because he would have unalived him the day he poked him in the back.
I don't think he would have done it there. I see what you're saying.
Done it there. He did it on the strip.
I know. It was just Finny had people with him. Like he was with
that
people.
Didn't matter. The boy had a
listen to what I'm saying though. We don't know why he didn't do it then. And he could have done it when he pepper sprayed Bubbly. Why didn't he do it then? We don't know. Only he knows that.
No, I'm asking you because you was following the content, right?
Right.
What I'm saying is run.
I don't know what's in Manny's mind. I don't know why.
No, what I'm asking you, like the content that Finny ran after that, within those 2 weeks leading up to this unaliving date, Finny must have ran some. Did he run it on the wife? Is that the wife content I saw? Or what he must have did or said something?
No, he just kept up with the same he's been doing, talking, making fun, exposing Manny. But it wasn't just Finny. It wasn't just Finny that got to Manny. It wasn't just what Finny was saying. They say
you too. The chat is saying D-Ware was right there with Finny.
Exactly. That's what I was about to say. I was there up until about 3 months ago. I pulled off of everything because it wasn't going nowhere. It was like, what's the end game? For me, that's me. I can't tell that grown man.
So you was the one giving Finny the content on Manny because you knew Manny.
Nah, Manny was providing the content himself.
Inside. Come on.
Dude, Manny was providing the content himself, talking online. You think Manny didn't do? I'm going to tell you something.
I don't know nothing about either one.
This is what I'm telling you. So why do I need to provide Finny with content? Like what content? Give me an example of what content I provided Finny.
Listen, I run the 100 side of the trenches at Clubhouse. When people leave places that they've been and they know stuff, the first thing they do is they give up that information because they want us to go at them. So I'm thinking when you kind of, for whatever reason, when you left Manny, whatever you was doing with Manny parted your ways, I know you have to tell Finny something, give him
Nah,
some type.
everybody. See, this is what people don't get, and maybe I need somebody here to back me up on that. It's just me saying this. Everybody left Manny. All Manny. Let
But
me
we
just
talking
get this
about
out.
you, D-Ware.
Okay, I left Manny for my own reasons.
Yeah, I'm talking about you. I ain't talking about everybody. I'm saying when you
Okay,
left Manny,
but what I'm
you didn't
saying
give
is,
Finny no information.
here's what I'm saying. It wasn't Finny that just pushed Manny. If I was there with Finny, I would have probably got the first. Trust me on that. He hated me. The I was doing to him, but he had it coming. He
So
lucky
I'm
I didn't put.
asking you,
He
man to
lucky I didn't
man.
put my hands on him.
I'm
So
asking, I'm asking you, man to man. Did you ever give Finny any information as firepower to antagonize Manny?
if you want to say, as far as showing him how to run StreamYard,
No,
saying
no, not
what.
that.
Nah, no, like I didn't know Manny's address. We weren't that close.
No,
I
I
didn't
ain't
know
talking about
him.
the address. I'm
I'm just
saying
saying
you
I
made
didn't
a
know
new
any of
something
that type of
personal.
information to give him. Put it that
You
way.
made a new one of his legs is shorter than the other.
No,
I
that's
don't
what I'm
know.
saying. I wasn't that close with Manny, is what I'm saying. I knew him. We wasn't best friends. I rode his car a few times. We hung out. I was on the streams, this and that. We were not like,
I mean, once you ride in this car, that's close. You know it's
right. He gave me a ride back to the hotel. That's not, he don't know, he didn't know where I lived. I didn't know where he lived. When you go to a man's house, I figure you're close. I didn't go to his house. He didn't
okay.
go to my
So,
house.
so, 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 did you when you pulled back 3 months ago? Did you tell Finney, "Hey, bro, you need to let this go"?
Oh yeah, we had plenty of conversations like that.
And
But
what he
here's
tell
the
you?
let me just finish. I even said it on a live stream when he had about 600 or 700 people watching live. Like, dog, stop doing this. Guess what happens? D, where you a hater? Oh, blah 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 blah. You just jealous because his channel is jumping and you ain't got no channel. Yada yada yada. Every time I would
No, I'm saying, what
join
did Finney tell you? We don't care
this,
about what he
no,
said.
what Finney what Finney said. Nah, the pepper sprayed his wife. Let me just tell you what else
Let's
happened though.
rewind
Besides the
that. Now
pepper
stop.
spray, let me just tell you.
Stop right there.
Go ahead.
Let's rewind. You saying Manny pepper sprayed Finney's wife.
Right,
The same wife that he just unalived.
right.
Now let me tell you why I called him. We're gonna get to the story. Let me tell you another reason why I called him a goober. So how long ago did this happen? This pepper spraying his wife. How long ago?
Halloween, October 23. Let me say something real fast though. Let me just say
Bro,
something real quick and I'm gonna let you
that's
get your
like
thing out.
18 months.
Let me say something real fast. The thing about social media and why I got off for all that, everybody can say whatever they want to say and get away with it, period. And it don't have to be truthful, but other people are feed into that. So it's like, I'm not going, you can say whatever you want. I know the man personally.
No, we going
And
over the events. What I'm saying is
right, we
this.
going over the event, but you
If
saying your opinion. You
no,
are
no,
stating
no,
your
this is
opinion
some facts.
from
And I
what it's
think you're
not
going to
facts. You're
agree.
not stating facts. You state
I'm
what you
finna say
see
the facts.
because you haven't been with the situation the whole time. Those are not facts.
Okay, no, I'm finna give you some facts
Give me some facts then.
off of what you told me and what I saw
And
only.
I don't mind being educated. I'm not here to like
Yeah, I mean,
battle
bro,
you.
we ain't got no
Right.
issues. You know, you're a brother, I'm a brother. 18 months ago, this dude Manny pepper sprays Finny's wife, right?
Yep.
Okay, they've been going through what they're going through, whatever. Dude, 2 weeks prior to this, pokes Manny poked Finny in the back. Whatever happened, right? This night, the day or two prior to, from what I saw, when he's showing where he's at in Vegas, the Manning dude is showing, I pulled up there and you wasn't there. Now we know that he'll pull up on him because he did it when he poked him in the back. And now he's letting them know he's looking for him.
Right.
So my thing is, when they had the phone set up, or however they had it set up, from what it looks to me, correct me if I'm wrong, Beware, Finny saw Manny walk by the first time.
Yep.
Then he doubled back. This is the same man who pepper sprayed his wife. So my thing is, upon seeing Manny, and you tell me this dude 6'4", right? Finny.
Yeah.
Why wasn't it forward progress at Manny to protect his wife. If he would have did what he was supposed to did and rushed the dude, he would have saved his wife's life and probably saved his life. He might would have got his something off, but at 6'4", how tall is Manny? I don't know. How big is he?
Probably like 5'2" at the most.
Manny's 5'2", you gotta do 6'4". Me and you both know, right, that he could have subdued dude, cause dude get off like 8 shots. He get off 4, 5 in him, and then I guess he turned the barrel on his wife.
He got 2 more off.
So this is what I mean by mentally, I don't think he was in the right space of reading this dude. Because he never read that this dude was a threat even after he maced his wife 18 months ago. He should have been wanting a whooping based upon that. So what I'm saying is, once you see this dude walk behind you, instead of saying, oh, there he goes right there, it should have been, for one, my wife here. He makes my wife. So I know dude to do something. 2, he been making threats about unaliving me. 3, I'm 6'4", he 5'2". So I'm going to deal with him close combat to protect my wife. I got to call him a goober. I don't know him, but with all these elements and these things, brother to brother, I think he thought it was a game. I think he was on this YouTube and not taking this dude serious that he was trolling.
And I'm not gonna go against that. I don't. He was slipping. I believe he was slipping. I also believe he was slipping because these type of interactions have happened before without Manny doing anything. Now, I can't, you know,
he made
what you done. Listen, if I'm in your shoes, I don't know Finny personally, I'm gonna say the same.
Okay.
After seeing that, you know, what the nigga, you slipping. Like, come on, really? You gonna do all this and you gonna be in the city? I think everybody was kind of slipping, like, this guy ain't about that life. He ain't doing that. Even I was like, I didn't think he would do it. It surprised me because honestly, I thought he had too much to lose. Not that, you know, like once you do that, he done. You agree with me? He done, right?
I agree with you, but listen, what's the term we always use? Crash out.
Right. I'm older. I'm 55. I'm in my, you know what I mean? Me, after a certain point, if you don't know them, leave him alone, because you don't know what he's gonna do, especially if they don't have nothing to lose. I honestly thought Manny had something to lose.
So were you the reason why Finny was so comfortable continuing the trolling?
Oh no, the thing about Finny, from day one when he started, and we could probably go back and find the stream, I said, this is a bad idea. This ain't gonna end right. You shouldn't do this. Started hating like crazy on me. I said, okay, Finny a grown man. I'm not in Finny's shoes. My wife didn't get pepper sprayed because I would have handled it right there. I was there. Trust me, I was there. I got pepper spray on me from this shit. And I was like, I was teasing him about dogs. I would have, but he did it his way. He was pepper sprayed. He couldn't really do nothing. He would have probably got a punch off because there was so many security and police around there at the time. He was like,
and where did the pepper spraying happen? Where did
it happen? It happened on Fremont Street, right in front of Binion's.
In Las Vegas?
In Las Vegas.
So 18 months ago, Manny pulled up on Finny. Was Finny like telling him, I'm in your city, what you gonna do, all that type of stuff?
Oh, none of that was happening. None of that. We was all there. It wasn't, we weren't talking to each other. We were leaving, everybody was leaving everybody alone. There was no interaction. The interaction came from the wife sticking up for another streamer.
Wait, slow down. So at the time,
I just want to give everybody the backstory.
At the time, Manny pepper sprayed Finny's wife 18 months ago. It wasn't no back and forth going between them?
No.
So this Finny is when it started.
Finny, no, there was no back and forth at all. Finny's channel hadn't started then, you understand? It started that night. after the pepper spray.
So this event is what kicked Finny off, starting the channel, trolling Manny.
Right. Exactly.
So tell us, I want you to tell us why he pepper sprayed his wife. We listening.
Okay, this is why. Bubbly, her name is Tanisha. I'm with him at the time. I rode up to Fremont with him. We were staying at the Bellagio, not the Bellagio, but the Cosmo. So she's drinking. Finny don't drink at all. He don't drink. He smokes weed, but he don't drink. She's drinking. She a little bubbly. She having fun. She got that liquor in her. We're at a circle. It's called Clyde Circle, where he plays music. Everybody, the streamers, everybody hangs around over there. We're right there. And I could see that she's kind of on one. And he's streaming. This is his first time really kind of trying to get into the streaming thing. And he's focused on his streaming. And then he gives the camera to her. And she starts moving around. I said, dude, you want me to look out for her? Because she kind of, she kind of on one. He's like, nah. I'm like, he said, no, I ain't going to go look after his wife. That look like some shady.
Yeah.
Okay, got you. So she ends up in Manny's face talking about why you got to mess with Sarah. Sarah's another streamer. Let's go back.
Who was Sarah to them?
To just a streamer.
Because she don't really know Sarah. They're not related. They're not from the same city.
They kind of know. Everybody knows each other from Manny's page or Manny's streams. Because on one Halloween, everybody kind of came out there and got together, met each other, and had fun. So everybody, they ain't friends or nothing, but they know each other.
Bubbly.
Bubbly.
Finny's girl, Bubbly, the one I was on the live the other night, approaches Manny before it was any Manny and Finny conflict and says, why you bothering Sarah, another streamer that has nothing to do with her or her husband?
They know each other. Right. Like I
so what did Finny say?
They know each other. Bubbly's the type of girl that defends the people that won't defend themselves.
Bubbly the type of girl that don't know her place.
However you want to say it.
What did Finny say?
However you want to say it. Finny, after she did that, let me just get to it. Finny told her, don't be doing that. Sarah could defend herself. You f***ed up, blah, 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 and apologize. Okay, let me just go to what Finny did while it's happening. Okay. So Bubbly's in Manny's face, basically like, why you with Sarah? She don't bother nobody, blah, blah, blah. Manny pushes, it's all on tape. Manny basically pushes her camera out of her face, out of his face or whatever. Like, he don't touch her, he touches the camera. And she it stirs her up a little bit more, so she gets more in his face. Now, at this time, Manny had security. Big guy, I think he's a pretty good security dude. He don't start no, he's just there to de-escalate. He ain't escalating no. Big black dude. He was 6'2", 290, solid. I'm glad Manny had him because it diffused a lot of shit. So anyway, he steps in between Manny and Bubbly. Now understand this, he got it. Ain't nobody Finny's walking up behind, he ain't tripping because he see big dude is de-escalating. You know what I mean?
He ain't say nothing to his wife?
No, listen, he ain't there yet. He's walking, you can see on film, he's walking up once he sees the commotion. He's walking up because there was another commotion going on behind us. And we was like, what the f-? When you see black people running, we like, okay, something's happening, let's get out of here. So we was focused on that. Then he catches her, there's a commotion. So he's walking up behind her. Manny immediately starts pepper spraying Bubbly. This is the
Where's
thing.
the security guard at?
Right in front of Manny. He's pepper spraying around him. He only did it because his security guard was there to protect him. He waited. You see what I'm saying? He didn't have to do that. Security had it handled. And let me tell you else how far he went. After he pepper sprayed her, he started pepper spraying him. His boy behind him, they call him Smelly Draws, started pepper spraying that whole area. Started pepper spraying Bubbly and Finny. And
So Manny and his boy Smelly Draws is pepper spraying Bubbly.
Exactly.
Yeah, y'all got some weird shit going on. Y'all niggas
exactly.
weird shit. But we gonna rock out. We ain't gonna trip. We ain't gonna trip the Smelly Draws and Bubbly and all that. So now, I guess the security get Manny out of there, or what happens?
Yeah, he's surprised that Manny's even doing that. Like, what the f you doing? So yeah, he turns around, gets Manny out of there. So Julie, while that's happening, while Bubbly's kind of, I don't know if this happened during the pepper spraying or after, before, whatever. It's all on video. Julie comes behind Bubbly and hits her in the head with a witch stick. It was Halloween. She had a stick in her head, hits her in the head. So Bubbly turns around. She starts going at
Bubbly hits who in the head?
Julie hits Bubbly in the head, Manny's wife, the girl Julie, with a stick.
Oh, Manny's wife hits Bubbly. So now Bubbly then got maced by two different people and hit in the head with a stick. Oh my God. Okay.
Right. So after that calms down, Finny had went into Binion's because the pepper spray fucked him up. He was in there. I was trying to get him some milk, but then I went back out and got Bubbly because she was still out there. You know, she was going at me. So I got her inside. Everything calmed down. So let me tell you what Manny does. These are all people that were involved in Manny's channel that left the channel just because Manny's kind of started acting different. Everybody left because Manny started acting different when he got on top. He was King Dog. I mean, he was as far as that community, the Vegas community and the Arizona mix, whatever. He was that person as far as live streaming in that community.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Who was wrong in that situation?
Bubbly. She said it. She apologized. Everybody admitted that. She shouldn't have went up to him. She should, because everything was peaceful. He wasn't fucking with us. We wasn't fucking with him. You know what I mean? She was wrong in instigating that.
All right, y'all, there it is. There's more. We're going to bring you part 3. Out of all the players in this particular tragedy, I would not have thought that Manny's wife would have been the catalyst for this. There was no beef. There was no problem. She's defending a young lady that can or won't defend herself. She's all up on Manny. Manny's 5'2". I don't know if he got Napoleon complex or whatever. But Finny's 6'4". His wife looked like she at least 5'8", 5'9". So he's getting back down and he retaliates in whatever way with the mace. And the channel starts that night for Manny and his wife. And the beef officially begins. Unreal. We'll get into part 3, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in. We'll get right on that and bring it to you. Salute.